yay, I got my team. Now what? I think there's this thing of like, oh, I have this person on my team. Now I don't want to bother them. I don't want to, they're there and I don't want to, I'm over here, right? How to communicate with your manager and your agent. Hey there, Jodie Bentley here, actor and branding and career coach for actors. And today I want to talk about how to communicate with your manager and your agent. Now, I help a lot of my clients get agents and managers. That's a big part of the work, right? I work on people with branding. That's really why they come to me, is really to identify who they are, have that clarity, because if you're clear, the industry will be clear. And from there, we build all the marketing tools to make it even more clear. And then we create our agent campaign, and like 99.9% of my clients get agents and managers. It's just how it works. But then the inevitable question is, yay, I got my team. Now what? This usually occurs. So, I think there's this thing of like, oh, I have this person on my team. Now I don't want to bother them. I don't want to, they're there and I don't want to, I'm over here, right? But, and especially for a manager, this video is more geared towards managers. Now you could do this stuff with your agents as well, but it's a little bit more geared towards a manager. Like a manager is your teammate. They're your partner. I mean, so is an agent, but your manager is managing your career, right? And that's the person that you really want to feel like you can reach out to them, that they're your teammate, they're your partner, right? So first of all, if you're feeling afraid about reaching out or scared about reaching out, which I hear a lot, we have to move through that. And I got to say, first off, like my manager was the one who really helped me even be a better communicator with my team. I really learned a lot of this stuff from them. So if you're just signed with someone, you've been working with someone, or maybe you've worked with someone for a long time, but you just haven't communicated, it's up to you to keep the communication going. First and foremost, it's up to you. So what does that mean? It means fill them in on everything in your career. They want to know, hey, I just took this class with so-and-so. It went really great. Here's the feedback that I got. Hey, I just signed up for these 2 casting director workshops. I wanted to let you know. Hey, I just met this writer for coffee. He's amazing. I just wanted to share with you that I know this in case his name comes through on the breakdowns. Hey, whatever it is, right? Fill them in on everything. Why are we telling them about an acting class? Great. Let them know the skills that you have, right? So that we can update the resume. They know that you're moving and shaking. They know that you're working on your craft. That's a really good thing. Let them know the writers, the producers, the directors, because those are other people who can call you in for auditions. What are the relationships that you have? You get to let them know these things. To that end, if you are not already doing so, I invite you to share a doc with your manager and your agent that has all the people that you know, has all your relationships. I do this with my manager, and it's really helpful to keep them in the know of who I know, and then they know how to pitch me because all the information is there. And if you don't know about the Actor's Office, it is a software that I've developed for actors, and it's completely built with all of this in mind. There's a whole link, which we call a team share doc, that you can share with your team of all your relationships and contacts, all the auditions you've had for them, all the notes you've written about them. It's pretty phenomenal. I'll make sure a link is with this video about that so you can get a free trial and test it out. But that works wonders because you got to let your team know who you know. I mentioned casting director workshops, right? If there's like 6 workshops you want to do, send your team an email and go, hey, I'm thinking of meeting these 6 people. Who is more important for us to meet right now? Who's more important for me to meet to help us out? Always using the us and we language, right? And here's the thing. Your team is getting the breakdowns. They know who's casting what. They know what episode so-and-so is on in their season. So you might be wanting to meet a casting director who they're on episode 12 of 13. Might not be the best time to meet them. So get that information from your team. Let them support you in deciding who to meet. They might go, no, we have really strong relationships with this office. We've been working on pitching you. Don't bother with this one. This office, we've been having trouble getting you in. It's good to bring them into that conversation. When you schedule those workshops, let them know, hey, I'm meeting Kendra Castleberry on this day and Steven Tyler O'Connor on this day. Great. What my manager does is reaches out ahead of time and says, we're so excited you're meeting our client Jodie tonight. Just wanted to reach out and say hello. Great. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten in the room and the casting director is like, oh, Jodie, May reached out to me today. I'm like, oh, great. It's just nice. It's nice, right? To fill them in and have them know and then have them reach out on your behalf. After the workshop, I email them. It went great. Here's what happened. Here's what they said. Here was a redirect. Here's what they said after that. Whatever it is. Oh, God, we connected on Massachusetts. We're both from Massachusetts. Whatever it may be. Then my manager then sends an email afterwards. Oh, we're so glad you met Jodie. Oh, my God, you're both from Massachusetts. How funny. Here's her reels as well. And that's the way to start solidifying relationships. So bring your team onto that. Let them help you build those relationships. But really, anything that's a sales tool. That's why I'm saying classes are great because there are new skills that you're doing, that you're working on. Bring them ideas. Hey, you know what? I'm not getting seen for this type of role. I'm thinking of doing a self-tape, and here's a couple scene options I have. What do you think? Or, hey, this I just did for class. I'm thinking of putting this in Actors Access. Would this be good to pitch? So include them. Come with ideas. Treat them as a collaborator. It's not the time where you get to sit back and go, waiting for those auditions, waiting for the phone call. And I know you're not doing that, but there is this feeling of, I have this agent or manager, I'm done. I just got to wait. But now is the time where you jump into high gear. You build relationships. You give them sales tools. You keep your craft up. You work together to build the career that you want. Because now you have that teammate. And I think what's challenging is so many of us spend, like before I had an agent or manager, I was doing everything myself, everything. And then you got a team member and you're like, cool, yeah, you're there. You're doing your thing and I'm going to stay over here and do my thing because I'm so used to doing everything on my own. But you really get to learn how to bridge that and communicate effectively. And check in with them. Make sure they're okay. See if they need anything. Hey, just checking in, seeing if you need anything from me. Here's what I did this week. Here's what I have lined up, coming up. Anything else you need from me? Anything I can do for you? Treat them like a human. All right, those are my tips on dealing with your manager. So again, if you have a manager and it hasn't been a relationship like that, it's up to you to start to shift that. It just starts with one email. Just start sending one email. Hey, wanted to have more communication with you and let you know what I'm doing to help us out. Just send that simple email with a couple things of what's going on. What this means is you get to have stuff going on because it's not time to sit back now. Now's the time to put the work in to build. You're building something and you're building something together. How exciting. All right, let me know any questions that you do have in the comments. Let me know what you think about all of this, how the communication with your own manager or agent is going. Let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to continue supporting you. But yeah, that's, we spend so much time wanting to get team members, but then when we get them, we don't maximize that relationship. And it's really important to maximize that relationship. All right, I will see you next time. Bye.